everyone? We are live. And you guys are making me upgrade Corp Gregor today. So let's go ahead and do that. We get more consistent healing. I honestly wouldn't even do this uptie if it weren't for this coin power. I would have just kept him uptie 3. And then levels, I'm almost out of XP. I guess I don't need to get him all the way to 60 because we're level capped. So that's nice at least. Can just go up to 55. Hello, hello. Anyways, let's begin. We have Rupture on only our skill 2. So not the greatest. I did search for Blood Red Mane. I like this gift. I think it is, you know, worth going for on the first floor. And as usual, we have every Starlight buff. And I took these starting gifts. How's it going? It's going well. I think this solo might go deceptively fast, because I don't think G-Corp's animations are very long. So like individual battles might go pretty quickly here. But I also just haven't used him in like 2 years, so I might be misremembering. G-Corp Gregor's this really weird ID, where he's like kind of a tank. He has a lot of self-healing and stuff, but then at the same time, he's in the lowest health bracket for 3 stars. So you can't really tank with him, because he'll just like die. But I don't know, maybe we'll find out today. I have healing in my kit naturally, which is nice. My skill 3, I believe, always heals me. Yeah. The other skills need Rupture. Never mind. None of them need Rupture. They just need Rupture for damage. Okay. So yeah, all of my skills heal me. So we should have an easier time on like floor 1 compared to normal. It's definitely going to be the end of this run. That's the hardest part then. Thanks for that, Ryoshu. I'm glad to help. I get like 3 friend requests every day from that video. At least I assume it's mostly from that video. And so, don't rely on me exclusively. I'll probably have to remove you at some point. I don't know who anyone is on my friends list. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm able to help people get past that stage. Got quite a few nails on us. We're actually going to take a lot of bleed damage here. Yeah, it's a friend request because you need to get up to that level 80. Yeah, I try to not remove people that are level 80 and above, because that's like... that's my real life friends. They're about that level, so I don't want to remove them. G-Corp Gregor has a lot of Rupture. You would be wrong. His skill 1 inflicts a grand total of 0 Rupture. His skill 3 inflicts a grand total of 0 Rupture. His skill 2 has 5, which is decent. But my other skills aren't even Rupture skills for the purpose of gifts, so not the greatest. That being said, if I can get, like, the chicken breast and the other Rupture infliction gift from LCV checkup, then we can inflict, like, 9 Rupture count with our skill 2s, and that might be enough to keep the stack up. You got me to go G-Corp Gregor? Yeah, if I see people talking about an ID, I'll throw them on the poll, and sure enough, he won the poll this week, so... here we are. Yeah, I mean, it is a 4-coin skill. 4-coin skills are good in Mirror Dungeon. I don't think my damage will be terrible. And then the healing is definitely useful early. It's kind of like I don't even need Grey Coat. Because it's actually like percentage of the damage I do. And so you end up doing tons of damage in Mirror Dungeon. That equates to tons of healing. So as long as I don't die all at once. That's kind of always the issue in Soul. That's so many nails. I have 12 bleed count. Farming for Starlight because you want the solo with the Priest Gregor. Priest Gregor's a fun one, because you have to try to not kill yourself with bleed. But then, like, once you get past that point, if you aren't fighting bleed enemies, you're basically immortal. I will warn you, do not use Barber Otis's support passive. That thing will make you inflict more bleed count on yourself, which could very well get you killed. Early Limbist ID design is so funny, yeah. This guy is one of the more questionable ones. Like, you're a healing tank, but you have the lowest health out of any 3-star in the game. And then no rupture, but infinite rupture conditionals. I still think like the LCCV identities from launch are the worst example of early Limbus design. Like, LCCV Ishmael is crazy. You have that skill 2, you have the 5 fragile skill 3, and then LCCV Rhodia. I've said it before, that is my choice for the worst designed ID in the game. Okay, do I need this? No. I'm not bleed, it's just interesting that that showed up. It's pretty rare, honestly. Grab some decent gifts, do my usual 3 heals. We might be leaving this shop with a lot of cost. I feel like we got more than normal on that floor, I'm not sure why. There's 1 skill replace. I think I'm aiming for 3 of each. We'll have to see how useful that is on the later floors. I might go for like 2 and 4. Sell that, and 84% super shop. I would rather have a bit higher odds, so I'll upgrade fluorescent lamp. 93, that's good enough, hopefully we get it. LCCV Ishmael would be broken with just a few adjustments. Some people still think she's broken, and I mean, she was relevant for the first 3 railways, at the very least. I don't know if she was used at all in Railway 4. She probably was, though. Your first 2-star that wasn't she-ish was W fast, so you've always liked her. I have not thought about who my first 2-star was. I know my first 3 stars were Warp Dawn and R. Ishmael, because R. Ishmael loves to kill Warp Dawn, who was double fatal to Mind Whip. That's like my early Limbus memories. Yeah, early 2 stars, I am not sure. I mean, I guess I played at launch basically, so I had Blade Lineage Song too, but I don't count him. Delhudon and R. Heathcliff first, so you had the top 2 IDs in the game from the very start. Okay, we have a chance to go for worst possible trials. It's always something I like to go for. I don't think G-Corp Gregor could actually beat it, but we'll take the worst trials we can for as long as we can, I guess. And Hell's Chicken, it's showing Tango Marinade, that's great. You just realized I'm a woman. I don't think you're correct. I am, in fact, a man. LCR for Rupture Potency. Yeah, I do not have the most... I don't have the deepest voice, that's for sure. I think my microphone makes it even worse. Like, when I listen to myself, it does not sound like me. I might change that someday, get a real mic. How much Rupture Potency does LCR Fast actually apply? Is that like a real strategy? I mean, I'm sure it's not going to be real because Malfast exists, but like, if you were on 2 stars only, could you build a Rupture team? Two on skill 1, 5 on skill 3. Okay, it's not crazy. It's not like G-Corp Otis sinking on skill 3. I was thinking about this recently, actually. Which status team would be, like, the most capable using only 2 stars? Is it Rupture? Because you get, like, Lantern Dawn, Lantern Yisong, 7 Heathcliff. Those are all fine Rupture IDs. Tremor? Do you have any bursts on 2-star Tremor? Never Needle and Thread, by the way. Never lucky. It's like you get T-Corp Rhodia, so you could get like Chain and Borrowed Time and stuff. I was thinking maybe Bleed as well. You get Honglu. Hook Honglu is actually like pretty good for count. Ring Otis is pretty good for count, so I think you could actually keep up Bleed, at least against some enemies. You always start with Needle because you hate the 50-50. I usually do, but I don't think I need it today. I'm not planning to use Ego Reliance, really. I mean, if I have to, I'll use Brilliant Glory. But I'm mostly just going to use my skill 3s, I think, for damage. And Needle doesn't help that much. So I wanted to have Discount Card. Upkeeping Bleed against modern... Well, even 3-star teams need Sanguine to keep up Bleed against modern bosses. But like, go back to Canto 5 or Canto 6, like, you could probably keep a Bleed stack up on... I don't even know what a good boss from that... Not Nelly, but like anyone else, maybe. 143 damage, that's... I guess it's because I actually upgraded Fluorescent Lamp, so I have like 10 damage up every turn. We actually got Contaminated Needle and Thread. That's one of my picks for the most underrated gift in the game. It just makes it so easy to keep up the red Gossipium debuff, which is really strong when you have it. And I'm assuming Needle and Thread won't show up, but like maybe? Maybe it's possible. Grab Poise Gifts, grab Pierce Gifts maybe? Voodoo Doll, okay. Is 7 Yisong the only Pierce Fragility in the game? Base Gregor's skill 2 does Pierce Fragility? And yeah, full stop Heathcliff does it. He was supposed to do like pierce resistance down, but that was bugged and they didn't want to nerf him, so now he's pierce fragility. I don't think I need to sell here. I would rather keep all of these. Pierce resist down would have been way worse. It's better against pierce resistant enemies, worse against already weak to pierce enemies, but the main thing is that it would do nothing against staggered enemies. You want to, in this game you like stack a lot of your damage onto the stagger turns, so it's a lot better to have fragile for that purpose. Look at the damage. Lust Fatal, 328. That's the power of 10 damage up. And support passives. I wonder if we'll get any hidden bosses today. I've been in a bit of a hidden boss drought. I think I've gotten 2 hidden bosses in my last 6 runs. So, like, I'm kind of due. Although I also got way more than expected early on. Like, I got 2 runs in a row that had 3 show up, and then I got all 4 that one time. So maybe it's just balancing out now. One of your favorite strats is T-Corp Rhodia Invirez. Major Clash? Like, are you using Tremor Chain, are you saying? Or... Okay, you take growth there. What am I looking for? Full stop, yeah. I'll save a bit on Starlight today. Why do I not voice any of my videos? Part of it is that I don't like listening to my own voice, so I don't want to listen to it while editing. Part of it is that, I kind of like that my videos can be watched without sound. I don't know if anyone actually does that, but I watch videos without audio sometimes, so I like that my channel can work for that. I am working on a few, like, higher effort, longer videos, though, and I will plan to voice in those. It's just, like, different types of content. Having to read subtitles, yeah, it's just a preference thing, I guess. Read an hour of subtitles for the railway video. It's a fair point. If I made that one now, I would have voiced it. Like, anything over 15 minutes, I'll probably want to voice once I actually start making voice videos. But it's a lot more effort, you know? I can add text boxes in a video editor, like, very passively, as opposed to trying to, like, get the perfect recording of a line. It's like, I never really intended to become a real YouTuber, a real streamer, it just kind of happened. I mean, I don't even know if I count as real yet. You haven't seen this fight in ages? What Valpurgis was Church of Gears? It was the one that the full stops came out in. I think it was Walp 5. Maybe? Hello? What's connecting? There we go, okay. Your brain still sees Liu Rhodia as a relatively new ID. She's been out a while. It's a shame because you watched the stream for Kanto 9 and I didn't capture the suffering the same. That's a fair point, I guess. But at the same time, it's like... It wasn't suffering except for the bind. I hate bind so much on my challenge runs. Because base centers and up Taiwan, they both suffer so much from low speed, and then when you have bind on top of low speed, you just can't control anything, and it takes so much fun out of the game. That was maybe the easiest that Full Stop has ever gone. I guess we still have like the final fight, which is usually the hard part, but I felt like that went so fast. We are looking for Dark Flame Smoking Pipe. Will we be lucky today? Yes. Got it in 2 refreshes. There we go. And we got Gear Shrapnel from the floor, so I can kind of just look for anything else I want now. Just buy everything. This is why I start with Prestige card. I can just buy everything I want. The high-speed base centers lack general usability. Yeah, I mean, Yisong has okay damage, but bad clashing. But then his ego is really good, so he's at least usable. But Ishmael is my second least used based ID. I only use Gregor less than her. This does nothing. And I need another 2. I can get rid of Carmilla for now. Another good fusion reward there. I'll sell a tier 1 for cost. And here we go. If they ever buff 2-star IDs, continue LCB only. I'm going to continue base IDs only for sure. That's kind of become my main thing since the other base ID channels kind of stopped, I feel like. Up Taiwan is just, like, that one has become kind of impossible. Unless I switch to, like, Up Taiwan plus base ego, but then that's just going to be, like, easier than base ID's base ego, so I really don't know what to do with that account. Ishmael has decent rolls. She has a high rolling skill 3. Ishmael's just like a much worse Otis most of the time. Her skill 1 is, you know, standard for base IDs. Her skill 2, yes it can roll high, but it's also like a single coin, and you low roll and then you just never get sanity. Like, as someone who has done base IDs and tried them all out, Ishmael just doesn't work a lot of the time. Why is Up Taiwan only unbeatable now? It's just like, the base IDs relies so much on their base ego for things to be possible. Up Taiwan cannot beat Lei Hang. It's not at all possible. Nothing can clash his 6-coin skill, and it just kills everyone on the field when you can't clash it. And they are nowhere close to killing him before he can do it. They would have to survive like 5 cycles of it. It's just so far from being possible. And then even other fights past that, like, the final boss of Kanto 8 has a very similar problem. With AoEs that are just above my high end of clashing, that hurt my entire team. Not to mention phase 1 being hard enough to get through. I haven't tried Up Taiwan in Kanto 9 at all, because those 2 bosses are just not beatable. But, maybe I could. We'll see. Oh, they actually staggered me there. Hopefully they don't stagger me again. Oh yeah, so there's this problem that I've encountered before in solos, where like if you're one-shotting enemies, then you like can't get the healing off of them. If you one-shot an enemy, you don't get lithograph healing. And similarly, if I used my skill 3s, these guys would be dying before the 4th coin, and so I wouldn't heal off of that. So I need to use like skill 2s if I want to heal. Some Canton 9 bosses seem easy to do up to 1. Some of them for sure. I imagine the hard ones would be similar to what was hard for base IDs. So like 944, or the second Lucio fight would probably be one of the hardest, as funny as that is. The first one you would stall out. What even is in Canto 9? Moth would be hard, probably. Wait, yeah, Moth might be a hard wall. I don't think I could clash the AoE with anything. If you couldn't clash Furioso, yeah, if we weren't allowing base egos, you could probably clash the first one, but you could not clash Crescendo. So it's just a question of if you could keep everyone alive enough that, like, even if he kills 6 people on that turn, could you finish him off after it? If we allow Durante, we can clash both? I don't think so. At least not the very final one that he uses below 1000 HP or whatever. That one is hard to clash normally with anything that isn't Ryoshi's base ego. And the Uptie one clashing ceiling is like a 19. So I would have to try it to be sure. Our status will even out the offense level difference. That will give you like 6 clash power. Offense level is not the only thing that makes that skill hard to clash. Like, Mora status only balances out offense level from actual levels. My Uptie 1 account is no ego at all. Because if I allowed ego, it would just be an easier version of base IDs, because the Uptie 1 IDs are better than the base IDs in most regards. But it's just, that's become impossible at this point. For at least 2 fights, and then I haven't tried Canto 9, but I imagine a fair amount of those. Like, I don't think Uptie 1 no ego would be beating 945. No, sorry, 941. The one I made a video about, Pinky Nurse Father. That fight would be probably impossible. Although I guess I could actually maybe use healing. Are there healing IDs on the people I could bring, Mare and Otis? Doesn't the Shin give him like 8 power? I'm going to look this up now. We're looking at Canto 9 final boss, second phase. Yeah, okay, so his final one just gains 15 clash power, and then Manga gives him 12 more clash power. So that's 27 on top of the 11 roll. I guess if he has enough karma, then he would have less. But that can't get rid of all of it. It's definitely not happening. Okay, floor 4. Wow, this would be tempting, but it's floor 4, so there's only one pack we're allowed to go to. It's like the skill is designed to be unfair because it loses 20 clash power against Ryoshi's base ego. But if I wasn't allowed to use Ryoshi's base ego, then the skill would just be unfair. Does Diechi Rodeo have enough shield? Not at up Taiwan. There's no skill 3 to discard. Her up Taiwan shield is kind of pathetic.
운은 실력과도 연관되어 있죠?
Okay. What are we looking for? Can I clash regular Furiosa Crescendo? That one's more possible. I'll look at that once we're like in the fight here doing animations and stuff. Just want to do my shopping first. Fuse 4 slash. And there's the other gift I'm always looking for. Okay, we're off to a pretty good start here. If I had actually hit that needle and thread 50-50, I would feel so good about the state of this run. It's just like fine right now. It's not a bad run, but it's sad to miss out on the needle and thread when this could have been like the perfect start. So let's see, normal, crescendo. So it default rolls a 7. Gets plus 10, but that could be reduced by karma. We'll say maybe like plus 5 by the time he uses it, and then plus 6 from Mong. So that's rolling like 7 plus 5 plus 6. 18 before offense level. So with Mora status, I think we could clash the normal crescendo. Yeah, the 10 clash power is reduced from karmic consequences though, and then he also just actually gets clash power down from karmic consequences. So I think that one would be clashable if I had balanced offense level. Why don't I start with Sharp Needle and Thread? I often do. I didn't today because I didn't think it would be too important. I'm not relying on like AoE egos, and I just wanted to start with Prestige card instead. Make sure I get off to a good start with gifts. I need coin. I'm actually using like a somewhat strong skill 2 on this run. I definitely need to look for Rusty Coin. It's been a while, I think, since I did a Rusty Coin solo. Lasso Faust passive gives... Wait, does Lasso Faust passive help with Rupture count? Is that what we're saying? Hitting a staggered single boss. I assume we're talking about Rupture count, because that's what Lasso Faust, like, it's a Rupture ego. Manners for 1 is the hardest thing you can do in a solo, mandatory brutality by the way, so I started with it. Sometimes I'll go for it, but I only really like going for it if I'm using a clashable counter ID. Okay, so we get to do 6 of these packs. We will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for sure. I get 1 more. Do I want that one more to be... What do I want it to be? I don't have to decide yet because Nocturnal Sweeping showed up. You usually start with Blessing, Sharp Needle, try to get Manners from the absolutely worst pack in the game. My default starting picks are Manners, Blessing, and Needle and Thread, and then sometimes I switch Needle and Thread for Prestige card, because Prestige card is like really good to get early. And then if I'm going to Manners, I could switch out Manor Box as well, or if I like don't need it on Capomare or something. Can I actually deal with the Heisho, or are they going to rupture me? I can kill them in one hit, which is better than my last solo run I did. So I don't think they'll be killing me. It's also only 4-5. Okay, but that is me staggered. 10/6 rupture, but I can full heal now, hopefully. They're faster than me, that's the issue. Normally you're always faster in a solo, but Heisho gets so much haste that they can just do that. Let's retry. Keywordless runs are crazy. This isn't far from a keywordless run. 4 of them countering on the first turn, that's pretty good luck. Especially since it's the ones I'm not forced into attacking. Gregor has been both of the keywordless runs so far, it's almost like he's the outcast. Well, next week, we'll be doing an actual keywordless run with egoless base Faust, so that should be fun. Did we get Thunder Branch? We start with it because of the last Starlight Blessing. That lets you pick tier 3s of your keyword. I don't think I sold it, at least. I know I had it. I'm pretty sure I kept it. It's just so much rupture. Thunder Wrench doesn't help much. That's true. It is just one more count on my skill 2. But if I get every count increasing gift, my skill 2 should be like +7, I think. When are you thinking of opening the Terraria server? That might be tomorrow. I was probably going to like message you guys after this stream and see how many people would be available tomorrow, see if it's enough for a first day sort of thing. I'm dead again. I'm gonna ego these guys, I guess. The Heisho are playing smart today, I guess. Getting all these reuses in. It doesn't help that I'm Wrath the Fatal. Maybe if I can just change that. I mean, Brilliant makes me not Wrath Fatal. You know, I purposely brought Christmas Nightmare today to try it out. Because I have used... You would never guess in like 100 years why I started Christmas Nightmare Gregor. And so I'll just tell you, I sharded it so that I could be Lust Fatal intentionally and take more damage. So I've never properly used this thing, so I wanted to try it out today. Finally picked up Sun Shower Otis. It's like the highest clashing tap in the game, I think, yeah. It's a pretty good ego. I was asking in the Discord earlier, like, when have you actually used a tap ego recently? And like, why? Sun Shower Otis definitely came up as just a cheap clash win button. Mouse and Story have wrath, why don't our Mouse have wrath? Yeah, why do our Mouse get pride? I guess these ones also have pride. And then Otis gets Gloom for some reason. Although I guess Gloom is like Rupture's secondary sin. Revealed to you that Magic Bullet gets poised? Yeah, one of those two IDs that just gets poised from their passive for no good reason. Please don't make me fight Sweepers, Mare. Hit your 90%, okay.
해냈다.
Good morning, chat. Good afternoon to the rest of chat. Yeah, it's Magic Bullet, Otis, and 7 Fast. It's like, I guess they just decided to use poise as extra damage when they could have just used extra damage as extra damage. Using Roseate Desire Ishmael to make middle counters stronger. It's defense level down, right? Yeah, that works. That's a good reason to use a tap ego. It's not. They compare offense level of the skills. Seriously? No, I swear it compares your offense level to their defense level. It might be different. No, there's no way. I would have to check that myself more. But I swear, like, I was doing the counters only solo and not picking defense level, but my counters still actually roll like above their base power. Gloom-based Rupture is probably your favorite Rupture team. Yeah, it's a very interesting one. It's like one of my favorite bits of trivia for this game ever. Is that LCB Mare was used in the Railway 3 speedrun because he could activate Rupture 4 times with his skill 3 at the end of the turn since he was slow. It's just absolutely my favorite little fact that base Mare got used in a Rupture team for low turn strategies. Hello, Drill. Looking for Slash. There it is. Okay. I don't have Blunt. This should work on Egos, but I don't have a Blunt Ego today, do I? Because I took off. I have Ledger Domain, I guess. I mean, sure. I'll buy +1 power on Ledger Domain. And okay, buy out the rest of the shop. give me... I got both Slash, both Pierce, so I need the Blunt Stone before Lunar. Do I have a useless tier 2? I can get rid of this. That's not the Blunt Stone. You wonder if Olympus has an archipelago. The city is pretty much just a circle. Have we not upgraded Thunder Branch? I tend to not upgrade like anything until floors 8 and 9 because it doesn't help with your economy gain at all. If you keep money, you get interest from Grace 2, so I like to end floors with extra cost, and I try to buy out every shop. And between doing both of those things, I usually just don't have enough cost for enhancing. But then I do still make sure I enhance before we hit floor 11, because then we would have to deal with inflation. That was a very long way of saying no, I have not upgraded Thunder Branch. You hope we get Sweeper IDs? I have zero faith for Sweeper IDs. Sweeper IDs should not be possible, because Sweepers are liquid, and so you can't just have them like with their mask off to show center features, which is one of their requirements for IDs, so I just think it can't happen. Yeah, we're obviously just getting more Mao IDs. We need Mao Marisol. We'll get Mao Adept Mare, a second one, and then we'll get Ricardo Ishmael to already replace Kira. Ricardo Don. Who would be the worst ID, or the worst center to get the Ricardo ID? Can you imagine a Ricardo Yi song? Ricardo Sinclair? Yeah, that's very not fitting, and he already has a middle ID. You think Faust? It's understandable. Worst possible combination. Yeah, before we get to sweeping rerun, we do have the LCV checkup rerun. And so the question is, are we getting 2 Hohenheim IDs, or are we not getting an ID from that? Or are they doing something random, like a Dimension Shredder LCE Ego, even though that doesn't appear in the story? No identities, all ego? I'm kind of thinking it might end up like that. Get ready for the 4th Dimension Shredder, okay. You want an AEDD? Yeah. But the problem is that that's Hohenheim, who we're already getting, unless we just get 2. But it's been a while since we got duplicate people, I'm pretty sure. Like, we have duplicate Olga. Some people would argue we have duplicate Dongbake with Sun Shower Heathcliff and then Spice Bush Yisong. And I think there's one more. I guess the other Molar Office person, Rain, I think. We have 2 IDs of him. Heisho is entirely duplicates. They aren't duplicates of the same, like, real person, though, is what I'm saying. Two identities that are both, like, identities of a named character. Oh boy, we were on track for full brutality, and then I'll also take base power up, because... No, I should try to win, and I'll take the tier 4 gift. I should at least, like, somewhat try to win. I can play a bit more reckless because we have Ira now, and Ira can always bail me out of any situation I get into. And so even more than before, I will always pick brutality now. Oh, do I want this to be my +1? I could get piece of relationship and coin. I think this is a fair choice for +1. Because it's like, it's either this, or I go to evil defining. I might as well go to evil defining for it though. It's like, I have enough economy that I will get piece of relationship 100% guaranteed this run. So I feel no need to go for it now. How many rupture gifts do I have? I think I have enough rupture gifts out of the pool that I can go here now. It's also not a big deal if I miss one, because they only affect one of my skills anyway. Jinxed it? No, I can definitely get it 100%. I can just use every tier 4 in the game. AEDD is Rupture Bleed, okay. I don't know though, it's like, how much can we really relate what the Abnos do to what the Egos do? Like, look at Sunshower Yisong. That does not have Sinking, does not have Rupture. Or look at Sunshower Otis, they threw Poise on there. Like, it all seems very random. Shock Centipede seems pretty distinctly bleed, yet neither of our AEDD egos have bleed. I think it's really just a Season 2 Abnos problem, the more I think about it. I assume a Capote Ishmael at least still inflicts burn. And then we never got Fairy egos for Long Legs or Gentleman. Although I guess Long Legs wasn't even in the dungeon. Shock Centipede, definitely one of your favorites. He's alright. I didn't like fighting him 11 times in Railway 2, but like besides that, he's fine. He was in Railway 2, right? I'm not just like making that up as a reason to hate him. Railway 2 is so long ago, I'm not even sure. Pretty sure he was in there. We could still get an in-corp sticking ego ID. Yeah, if we still got 2 stars, we probably would have got one of those. But 2 stars are extinct, and evades are also going extinct. They aren't far behind. Rose Spanner Gregor is one of the 3 2-star IDs with a Rupture Coin positive single coin Envy Pierce skill 2. That is awfully specific. I know one of them is Lantern Yisong. Who is the third one that fits that description though? 7 Heath, yeah, okay. That's quite crazy that that lines up so perfectly. Two stars and evades getting phased out for completely opposite reasons, yeah. Evade. I think Project Moon kinda doesn't like solos anymore. I feel like they go back and forth on it. They've made like 4 ego gifts in Mirror Dungeon that you cannot tell me were not designed for solos in mind. but then, you know, they seem to really not like solos with things not activating defensive skills and then not making evade IDs anymore. Like, maybe they're okay with solos in Mirror Dungeon, but they don't want people to just solo Cantos with the one support ID, even though that's, you know, one of the things I do in this game. I guess they want people to, like, need identities, so that people have a reason to pull, a reason to play the game and progress their account. And if you can just solo everything, you don't have that reason.
예상했던 결과다.
Okay, so I need 2 rupture gifts from this floor. I need this, and then I need the pills. Can we get them? Not here, I want coin. I'll do 1 more rupture refresh. Okay, I think I'll be fine without the pills. And we get a skill replace. I'm pretty sure I want more skill 2s. I'm going to get a 3rd skill 2 for now. I might change it to a skill 3 later. Oh hey, blue star shard, that's a good gift. My favorite Gregor? My favorite Gregor is definitely Priest. I think Priest Gregor is still my favorite ID in the game in general. It's a shame that he's like not good. I accept that he's not the greatest ID ever, but I still just really like him. Lantern Yisong is one of your favorite solos you've ever done. It's a weird one. He actually like has positive and negative coin skills in the same kit, and it kind of works. If you upgrade Talisman, you can go positive on Rupture. Yeah, I forgot, that's another thing that can actually give me 1 more Rupture count. Although, which gifts did I miss out on? I don't know what any of the LCE gifts do, I just know what they all look like. The one I missed on the final coin against enemies with less than 15 Rupture potency when using a Rupture skill inflicts 3 Rupture count. Base attack skills that inflict Rupture get a power, okay. But enemies should basically always have more than 15 Rupture past like the first turn. So I don't think that will actually matter too much that I missed it. Casual 1000 damage, yeah, Hohenheim takes like bonus Rupture damage or... No, I think I'm just actually doing that much. Okay, never lucky, no brutality here, so we can't go for the full brutality run. I'm just going to take the higher tier gifts that I don't have for fusing and stuff. And yep, get that out of the pool. Now then. Where to? Looking for like Railway 1 probably would be the ideal pack to go to. If it decides to show up. I could go here now. I think this was accounted for because it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4 for 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. We'll go here. LCE Checkup was a really fun event looking back. I agree. I think that LCE Checkup was actually like the turning point for me, where I decided that I finally liked Olympus more than Ruina, at least in terms of, you know, what the games have to offer currently. Ruina's combat is still better, but there's just like more to Olympus. We should be fusing lunar memories this floor, which will help our damage. Not that our damage has been suffering. Okay. And so yeah, on floor 11, I'll do the usual getting embers. How should we end the run today? What should we aim for on floor 15? Is it a Railway 5, maybe? It's usually like Railway 5 or Corp are kind of the go-tos. Favorite voice acting on an ID or Ego? I'm honestly not sure. It's not something I think about too often when it comes to IDs. I mean, I like Queen of Hatred Dawn. It's like her clashing noises are... they very much fit the identity, I would say. That's fine, it's getting profit. Wild Hunt constantly laughing when he does anything, yeah. I should Ira in Railway 5 to fight Gregor and Rhodia. That relies on me not getting Section 1. But I mean, you can try it. Euclid becoming like your favorite? I still haven't used him much. I did one solo with him. That's kind of the case for a lot of new IDs. It's like I do one solo with them and then I don't use them because I've already soloed with them, and that's kind of most of what I do in this game. Look at the damage. I need to get consistent crits going. I should upgrade Emerald Elytra. It's a shame that Sinclair's gimmick is harder to use. He is... I think you, Sinclair, is the most 2-star, 3-star in this game. Like, he is technically a 3-star, but I think the way he was designed, he's very much a 2-star. Mostly just because he only gets one of his Heisho stack from his skill tree. Every other Heisho gets the full 3. He only gets 1. If only I had Needle and Thread, just kill everything with that. kind of expected that to do more damage, honestly, but I guess I used it turn 1, and I don't think I have either of the stones that benefits it. It's Tremor and Sinking. And I only have Rupture and Burn stones right now, yeah, so that will be better later. As a 3-star, he's perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't think it's like his power level, but I think just he was clearly held back a bit, which I'm calling 2-star design. What avenues will we be fighting in the next railway? Presumably, it would be the Battle Pass Ego, or the Battle Pass, like, avenues from last season and this one that we haven't seen. Like, yeah, Yinglong, however you say it, and then, are there even any on this one, now that I say that? Besides, like, the Trico Court? These ego names. Like, we got KQE ego. What's even the 4th ego on this pass? I don't remember. Scissors. Would we fight Scissors? Maybe. Okay, really, I've missed 2 of these 90% fusions on this run. I've missed 3 of these 90% fusions on this run. It's crazy. Show me... Does this do anything? No. Tangled bundle. I want to upgrade Emerald Elytra. So in this case, I have a bunch of cost that I couldn't spend. I already bought out the shop, and so I can just do enhancements as long as I keep enough. And so we'll get a lot stronger this floor. Don't have downpour yet. Let's just make myself invincible. Why not? Upgrade Drill for the fun of it. And we can upgrade Thunder Branch, more potency. Do I have Downpour? I don't remember getting Downpour. I definitely didn't fuse for it, so it must have shown up in the shop if I do have it. Hey look, the like 4th easiest boss to solo in all of your dungeon. I mean, I guess we'll see if there's Tremor Burst at turn, and no, it doesn't look like I have Downpour. Not sure what you saw. You're probably thinking of Reverberation. Yeah, Ahab does have good voice acting. Music, I don't care about copyright on my streams, if that's what you're saying. You saw the Tremor Burst? Okay, one of us is going crazy. I don't think it's me. No, there's no Tremor Burst here. I'm being gaslit. That's what's going on. I have pieced it together now. And there she goes. Alright, we got what we came here for, and I'll take the other gift I don't have yet. So, 8, 9, 10, we're looking for Railway 1. Can you show me Railway 1? There it is. I get to pop his fluid sac. What if the next tier of MDE Pekatula get ego gifts? Oh no. What would be the worst gift for them to have? I guess probably just like Drill. If we just took true damage every turn, that would be pretty bad. Lord Luke using corroded tears, you just have to kill him first, like... He's very fragile. You can kill him in like 2 skills if they ever actually make him an enemy before he gets the chance to use ego. Capo Mare with every Tremor coin power gift. Yeah, give him all 4 pocket watches. Hey, we were talking about this guy earlier. In Corp ego sticking anyone? If they made MDE Pekatula play just a little more human, what, like, make a Zvi Ishmael that uses her guard turn 1 or something? Yeah, you would have to basically just program their first turn manually if you wanted to do something like that. Actually, how much Gluttony does it even cost to cast Tarnished Blood? Could he even do the Ego turn 1 if he wanted to, assuming they start with the normal amount of 5 of everything? I don't think he could. Surely that thing costs more than 5 Gluttony to corrode. Yeah, I know they're hard restricted, but we're like, if they wanted to change that restriction, it costs 8. That's okay. Yeah, that's about what I thought. So even turn 2, I guess like Malfast would generate 2, so they only need 1 other Gluttony. Yeah, they could definitely do it by then. Also, I fused Slash and got the Blunt Stone. Did I see that right? Yep, okay, so I've missed 4 90% fusions this run, out of like 8 total fusions. That's... that's fun. It largely doesn't matter since I'll get everything anyway, it's just... it's crazy. Oh yeah, an unsafe overclock, I guess that's an option. Did I sell something yet? No. Okay. I'll hold off on the fusing for 1 more floor, I guess. And let's continue. Just making sure I'm at 100% super shop, you know? Remember when you couldn't even start with the full team in Mirror Dungeons? Mirror Dungeon 1 really was different. I guess, yeah, that's like back when this guy was meta relevant, back in the Season 1 days. You were thinking downpour was the bell. Okay. Railway 6 final boss will be 10 Capumares from my solos. Yeah, nothing could beat that. You would have to kill all of them turn 1 somehow, because otherwise they would just outspeed you and insta-kill you on turn 2. How would a 2023 Limbus player react if you showed them any modern ID? Show them Lord Lu, but don't show them any other H's. That would be a very interesting reaction, I'm sure. This ID can actually maintain poise. That would be the most shocking thing of all, yeah. Yeah, I remember when an ID having multiple passives was this crazy new thing. I'm pretty sure Captain Ishmael was the first ID to get like an always active passive, which is just to deal more damage to lake entities, but that was revolutionary at the time. Pop off at a rupture count positive skill 1. Didn't in-corp fanatics have that? They might have had like multiple lines on their passive, but I'm pretty sure everything was still tied to their same like resource mandated passive. Even stuff like R-Corp Heathcliff, a relic of the past, he has like always active encounter start gain 3 ammo within his passive because they couldn't give people multiple passives back then. Miracle in District 20. Back when... So yeah, standard skill 1 on a 3-star ID rolling a 10. They valued base power and coin power, like, the same amount back then. So it was like you either have a 3+4 or a 4+3, and they see those as equivalent, maybe the 4+3 even being a bit better. And you look at, like, Infaust. Skill 2 is 4+4, skill 3 is 6+2, that's equivalent in their mind. But then the sanity changes made them very much not equivalent. We want huge gift sack, and there we also get sad plushie. This is why we come here so late. The gift pool is very empty, so the odds of getting sad plushie are actually kind of decent. And I can do... I guess if I want to fuse downpour, which I kind of do, I should do it now, because I can't easily fuse it next floor. Get, where is it? This thing. No, I should keep Tremor. This is a useless gift. There we go. Infast was the first ID with an actual damage bonus on her skills. I mean, she came out like week 3 or something, so that's not... We would have to have a launch ID with damage bonus for her to not be, pretty much. Bonus damage on skill 3.3, yeah, like plus 70% if the target has 5+ nails, I think. It was less before up to 4, but the same idea. Did any other like launch ID have something like that? I don't think any of the base IDs do. Isn't Gaze just like too fragile? But it's like more specific than that. Oh yeah, base Ryoshu does. Bonus damage if the enemy took damage already this turn. Yeah, Gaze is just too fragile, that doesn't work for slash damage. And then it has like some extra effect if the enemy dies, but it doesn't ever matter, I think. It's like an Corp exclusive effect. They gain Fnatic maybe. Oh, do you get SP on kill for Gaze? Then that's actually like a little bit more relevant than I thought, if that's the case. Anyone gets Sandy, but if they're in Corp, they also get Fnatic. Okay. Did Prince Mare's Overture become Overture with an extra U in it? I never noticed if it had that. But it shows that on the website that I use to look at ID skills, so I think it was always there. We have a Mandela effect here. Apparently it has a U in it. Season 1 monster G-Corp Gregor. You can see the damage bonus from Resonance there. That last one did 3 more damage because it was 1 skill later. I forgot to save skill 3s, but we're gonna see how many skills to kill Santada. He's already pretty damaged, so I'm going to say 2. If we had Needle and Thread, I would say 1. Yeah, I'm pretty much spot on there. Starlight, haven't seen many of these today. He might be Starlight negative, even though I've been avoiding spending it. Always Brutality. And yeah, let's save Starlight, just go here. Instead of hoping for Investigator badge to show up, I'll just get it in the shop. Or from this event. No. Overture's opening in French or something like that, yeah. Sounds right. Video from 2 months ago that has the U, I guess it was always there. But just somehow we collectively never noticed it. You speak French, it does mean opening, alright. People surprised that French word from Frenchman is spelled in French. Yeah, base Rhodia has a bonus on that check. It makes her very likely to pass it. It might be any Rhodia. I always have base Rhodia equipped. But I think it's probably just base. It would make sense. Yeah, former Eurodivi and all. It's a fitting event for her. Okay, I think our run is strong enough that... Oh, okay, wait, maybe not? We have taken a bit too much clash power, I see. Too much coin power, even. Turn 1 clashing is already bad. If that's the case, I definitely need to stop taking base and final power. There is no more coin power, so I couldn't take that even if I wanted to. This is fake hopeless because I'm paralyzed. Probably going to have to ego here though. Actually, I have so much paralyzed it was real. Yeah, let's just ego. This should be pretty good still, and none of them are using their 4-coin skill this time. Yeah, the T-Corp weapons, I've always thought of them as the giant pickaxe. There's some damage, okay. Do I even have the Tremor or Sinking Stones? I have... Yes, I do have both of them, okay. So that damage makes sense. I've never in my life had Time Ripper be a problem on the solo. Why is this guy here? You don't belong here. And you're making me attack you unless... What if we just did this again? Double tails roll, the average ego experience. He's just checking the time? Alright. Wonder if they'll change the T-Corp collectors in Railway 2 rerun. I forgot those guys were there. Although now that you reminded me they exist, I remember that they were like bugged, and even though they had sanity, they always were 50-50 on their coin flips. So that was fun. Alright, we're looking for Investigator Badge. Show me Investigator Badge. Nothing else is worth buying. There it is. Give me the clock hands as well, maybe? That would be nice if I could get 10% damage resistance. Yep, okay. I need to oh wait, that's why I couldn't clash. I need to remake the Pierce and the Slash stones. That should actually help, like, a lot. And then this is the floor where I enhance everything. Modernize animations in Railway 2. Did they do anything like that for Railway 1? Railway 2 Bakgak is it's the most intriguing one for sure. Because, like, you can keep going. You don't have to stop at 5 cycles unless they change it. But, like, maybe people can get like a 50 cycle run going with modern IDs, or it could increase in the future. Like, I'm definitely interested. I don't know if I want to do it. You can go to 999. At least that's when the old banner said it would stop tracking. I have no idea what the highest cycle anyone reached during the actual railway was. I didn't keep up with that at the time. I think the highest I've seen was in the 20s, maybe? +20 at 1,200 turns? How did that railway even work? It was inexperienced. If you weren't there, then you should be glad, I guess. I don't know. I didn't hate it. But you just had to, like, keep refighting so that no one shall cry every once in a while. Okay, I think I did all the important enhancements. Is there anything else to fuse? I mean, I can just, like, throw some of these together, see if I get something. This does nothing for me, right? Yeah, I didn't get the other part, so... Okay, I guess that could have waited. Steam transport accumulated past it doesn't have a cap. Oh. Yeah, predetermined, like, skill bags carrying over. I think that was honestly, like, a good decision for the most part. It gave you more to think about. It's like, you don't just reroll for R. Heathcliff and Inclair skill 3 in every fight and end it in 2 turns. You had to actually choose when to use it. It might be like, I don't know, I think it was just like less reset heavy, right? But I think that was the theory, but then in practice it just made the resets happen on turn 2 instead of turn 1, so people hated it for that. It's been a while since people were talking about Railway 2, but that's something like that is what I remember. We're favored against Timer for past turn 1. This is a very bad sign for where this run is going. I guess that's what happens when you're using a keywordless skill that naturally clashes like a 15. What even is it? It's 16, yeah. And when you know, take brutality and stuff. I guess Time Ripper has sanity. That's why we were only favored. But there kind of aren't very many more gifts for me to get. If I don't get a hidden boss this run, we could very well be, like, fully losing on the last floor. I'm going to actually choose for trials now. Railway 3 was kind of the perfect railway. I pretty much agree. It's definitely the one that I tried the hardest to get a good turn clear on, and I think it was just like, I had no real issues with it. Every other railway you can kind of point to something I disliked But I don't really have anything like that for Railway 3.
해결했군.
Buy that. No embers in the shop, so we will be fusing it. This doesn't work because I don't have 2 or more slash skills anymore. Burn. Give me embers. I mean, I'll take peace of relationship, but I do want embers. Okay. Ten levels will help with clashing, actually. That was one important gift I didn't have yet. Born too early to see Heisho, born too early to see LCE song, born too late to get sinking boost +1. Yeah, I think, I've been kind of permanently, or at least, what's the word, perpetually away from railway low turning just because of low level strats. The fact that I, upgraded Kurikumu Honglu in Season 1 because he was good permanently makes my account incompatible with Railway, or whatever. Like, give me de-leveling, and I might try it some more, but for now, I'll let the other people optimize. Low-level strats are kind of unfun and necessary if you want to get the actual best times. And so I'll just continue to do, I always try to get the best clear time I can before the next IDs come out. So I have 2 weeks to play the Railway as it released, and I go for the lowest turn counts I can in that time. Railway 4, I'm pretty sure it used both a low-level and a high-level T-Corp Rodeo. So, hope you have some friends that have one or the other, and then you can do the other one yourself. How are we doing on time? Yeah, okay, as I kind of predicted, this run has been going decently fast, just because Gregor's skill animations are pretty quick. Just 1 slash and we're out of there. 4 quick stabs on the skill 3. If I won the needle and thread 50-50, we might actually beat the base Sinclair time. You liked Railway 5 a bit, but the new Abno fights were cool. You're speaking to the #1 sleeping bag of bygone days hater here, so you've got to be careful what you say about Railway 5 Abnos. I think, Der Flushoots, or however you want to pronounce his name, he's alright. As far as Abno fights go, I think I liked him the most. But I feel like he should gain less shield after the first cycle. That was definitely annoying for base IDs and Up Taiwan to deal with. You forgot Sleeping Bag even existed? Okay, that's acceptable then. I guess you were just talking about Fell Bullet and 400,000 roses. Give me Grid Resilient. And give me... Where is it? Okay, we're going to King and Vines today. Final boss has a ridiculous amount of HP. I kind of like him for that. It's like, it's funny in Mirror Dungeon to see just how much health you can get it. And then I was shocked when I saw the first time that someone one-turned that fight. I thought there was no way you could get that much damage, but it turns out people did it. Oh, there's Artistic Sense. I didn't remember that gift. There's Faith, and there's the thing I came here for. Okay. Do I have any more tier 4s? Burn, Bleed, Primary Rupture, Stone, I guess. Sinking, Poise, Charge / Pierce, Blunt. I don't have the Blunt Book of Vengeance. I don't think that does very much for me. But neither does anything else I'm missing. I can enhance this thing next floor. I'll do that first. Yeah, I got Faith. I mean, I guess it's useful. Oh, I don't have Midwinter. Can I get 362? I have every tier 4 I care about, so I can sell these things. Yeah, I bought Faith as soon as it showed up in the shop, don't worry about that. Alright, I guess going into line 4 section 4 is probably the place where I would most need Faith, so it's a good thing that it showed up. I'm not expecting to be able to clash very well. That being said, I'll still take clash power. Maybe I can clash sometimes. Hopeless, yep, skill 2, also hopeless. Oh, struggling there. How's ego looking? Also hopeless? Alright, you know what that means. Go crit for me on brilliant. It did not. I need more turn 1 poise. Is there anything I'm forgetting that could help with that? Stuck on Blood Fiend Trio for hours when it first released. You know, I passed it, like, it did not stand out to me on the first playthrough. I did not realize just how bad that fight can be. That fight on Uptai 1 was, I mean, it made me give up for a minute, but then Full Stops released. And Full Stops are very good on Uptai 1. So I'm very much understanding when people get stuck on that fight. Sancho, on the other hand, I don't get it. How do you lose against that boss? 23, 27. So my skill 2 does clash better than my skill 3. It's meant to be Withering Heights IDs, but then there's just Dietchi and Sync and stuff, yeah. I still think it would have been so cool if they put Wild Hunt Heathcliff in this fight before he actually released as an ID, and that was like how they revealed him. Because everyone was wondering like, oh, where's the seasonal Heathcliff ID? And then we get Railway 4. I think that would have been like such a cool thing if they did it. What got nerfed in Kanto 7? I don't think anything did. We've talked about this before. I think Kanto 7 is the only Kanto to not get nerfed, unless you count them fixing the priest. Because fixing the priest did nerf him a bit. Or I guess Kanto 9 now, but that also had some bug fix quote-unquote nerfs, so... No, the final boss got no nerfs, and I was very surprised. Like, I thought, okay, Kanto 5 got nerfed in like 4 hours, there's no way this guy makes it a week. But then they held their ground, and pretty sure they never nerfed him. We have no idea what they're doing with railways now. Will we ever get a new one? Only Project Moon knows. Kanto 8 had nerfs for Leiheng and I think only Jiachu got nerfed in the dungeon. They said just like a certain boss in the dungeon. I'm pretty sure it was only him. Final boss also got nerfed for their resistances. That was actually the first nerf of Kanto 8 Part 3. Give me... Can this heal me above 32, actually? I assume not. Yeah, okay. Or 35, I meant. Okay, time for the slightly rarer game. It's not as commonplace as how many skills to kill Santada. How many skills to kill King and Vines. Or actually, I think I do how many hits normally. 21,000. I have not been paying attention to how much damage my skills are doing. I'm just going to throw out like 20. That's a nice round number. We'll see how that works out. There's 4. There's 8. I think my guess might be a bit over. We'll see. 12? I might be pretty close here. Or wait, no. He'll take more damage next turn. I don't know. I'm breaking the rupture stack, though. 16, 17, 18. Yeah, we're going over. 22. He dies to like 1 more skill 3. We're going to be at like 24. Yeah, okay, not too far off. And now we get to the fun part of the run, the final 3 floors. Still in a hidden boss drought. Let's see if that can change. Give me... this is resilient, so resilient body up. Where to? I want to save Railway 5. I don't really want to do an unfocused encounter. Could do Terminus. Let's go Terminus. They stealth updated and made hidden bosses rarer? Maybe. How does one base ID the first Ricardo fight? I'm pretty sure I ran only Ishmael and Heathcliff. And just saved skill 3s and beat him easily enough. Ishmael is immortal, and that's a pretty helpful thing. Yeah, you can also throw in base mare. He should be fine. But back in Canto 5, my base ID's account, my base ID's account started out as a base ID's solos only account. And then when that proves to not be possible, I would see how many base IDs I needed, and so I was able to do Ricardo with just 2. It's probably easier to also bring Mare, but that's not how I did it. Base Heathcliff can solo Earl King now, but not like canonically. You don't have Ira at the time. Or actually, no, he always could without it, because he can do it with Telepole. But not with base ego. Oh yeah, you can also probably just outlast Ricardo with base IDs if you needed to. Base Heathcliff can use Telepole because he can give himself like 5 damage up next turn from his skill 2s, so it's enough. You don't even need Clockwinding or Superbia. I call the ego Clockwinding, that's like the tremor type it gives. But I just like never internalized asymmetrical inertia as that ego's name. It's always been Clockwinding in my head. So full of defense level down 72. Soloing Canto 5 dungeon with Captain Ishmael. Clan was the hardest. My Canto 5 solo, I was allowing myself to like kill Ishmael and change sinners every fight, so Clan was not hard for... I think I ended up using Diachi earlier. Silt Current was definitely the hardest boss in here as a solo, but even he took like 4 attempts. The dungeon just wasn't that hard when I was with the rule set I used. Or wait, no, sorry. The first Queequeg fight was by far the hardest part of the solo. How did you do that with Captain Ish? You grinded resources with all IDs. Okay, okay. That explains it. It's on your channel, yeah, I mean... Okay. Like, figuring out how to beat that, like, truly soloing every fight, I think I used Synced on, the new one. Queequeg 1 is not an MD. There's like 5 bosses that aren't. Queequeg 1 is one of them. Dongbake, Sun Shower is the other one that's like a real boss that could be. I mean, base Honglu couldn't solo his Kanto boss until you can do it with Ira or continues now, I think. Maybe not even Ira. I don't know how Ira interacts with the bubble. And then you literally can't use base Dawn against Kanto 7 final boss. We're kind of like 3 Kantos in a row where the base ID can't really solo. It's a forced loss, you have to continue. Okay. But Ira might make him able to pass the DPS check because Ira is a huge boost in damage. And he has an evade, so it's possible for him to deal with phase 1. Can I Clash Grasp? I can, okay, so we win. There weren't a lot of damage check solos before. Okay, you aren't soloing, you're just using them. That's more possible for sure. I just want another dungeon. You could use Ira on 7. Superbia is plenty to make 717 solo, like, easy. You might also be able to do it with Ira, yeah, that would, like, heal you or whatever, but if we're allowing illegal Durantes, then Superbia is enough. Base Mare might be able to 10 protection his way through it. When you don't have skill replaces, you aren't getting 10 protection as much as you would hope for. And then, yeah, I'm expecting the boss to have something that kills you. We just need a Dawn base ego that is like fatal to Sloth and Gloom or something. Just let us resist both of their damage types, and I don't even think it will be that bad. The problem is just that you're forced to be fatal. Okay, floor 14. Still hidden bossless. I'm going to go to Crabs. We'll make it a quick one, and then we'll end on Railway 5 or something. Hidden bosses don't exist. Okay, like, genuine question. Has anybody gotten a hidden boss since the last update? Did they accidentally remove them? You got Virgilius once, okay. So it is just a me thing. Out of like 5 runs. Have you done 5 runs in the last week? I guess it's not that crazy. This is slash the type to skill 1s. I don't have those. Knock on wood, maybe it comes floor 15. I want it. One of these days I'm going to lose one of these solos. I can't keep getting away with like always taking brutality, grabbing 7 base power, like I need to lose at some point. A 415 lay hang can kill me on almost any of these runs I do, but he just never shows up. I think 90% of my streamed runs would lose to 415 lay hang, but he just never wants to do it. Eventually though. Will happen eventually. We can't clash at all, so give me the crits. It didn't again. Surely this time we get the 415 lay hang, right guys? We predict it every stream except for the times when we predict Ricardo. It's gotta happen this time. That's a scary roll you got there. 24 plus 10 3-coin move. And I didn't get to land my 4th coin, so I didn't heal. We might activate badge here. Nah, okay, 34 health. Very curious what IDs we'll get for LCV event. Maybe none. Could be Egas only. Blue Star Shard is such a crazy gift. Why am I allowed to have this guy just be rolling ones against me on floor 14? No matter how good you think it is, you underrate it type of gift. A Gossipium ego, maybe. You still have badge, so I'm not too worried about dying here. Yeah. And does King Crab show up? Yes. Okay, time to unbrilliant him. I'm pretty sure he gets clash priority. Although, maybe I don't want to clash him. This thing doesn't have like real attack weight. So I can't properly do attack weight manip with it. It gains all of its attack weight on use. Something like that might work out for me. Please tell me you have clash priority. Okay, he does. If I had Needle and Thread, the fight would be over. Without it, it just does a lot of damage. Am I dead? 50 health? Not dead. And he died to Biovenom Vial. Okay. Well, the run has not sufficiently been hard enough, so I guess we're going to Railway 5. And if we get Section 2, we probably lose. Let's see. Unless we get a hidden boss. Although, 2 of those probably in the run as well. Just give me, like, Papadon right here. Please. No. I'm actually like 7 runs, 1 hidden boss between them.
운은 실력과도 연관되어 있죠?
It's so over. Wait, did anyone? Hang on, I have the stream. It's Section 3. Okay, that's the one I want. Because that's the fun one. Is there anything I can enhance to increase my turn 1 poise? Or just poise in general? I upgraded the nebulizer thing. I can do this. But we're really... It's not too much more to get here. Torn Bandolier, that's 1 clash power, could matter. I always say, like, 1 clash power can be the difference between winning and losing the run. So let's upgrade this. 10% damage, that's a lot less likely to be the difference, but it still theoretically could matter. Barely staggering one of Dulcinea's minions or something. And yeah. I will sell Glimpse of Flames and we'll be on our way. Alright, Dulcinea. Let's see what you've got. Definitely starting with this. Because none of them are guarding. That's 3 times we didn't crit with this thing on like 15 poise. Unless they changed that interaction and it can't crit anymore, but it would be really weird of them to change that. Just like unannounced. Okay, can I clash you at all? Even with the paralyze, I have no chance of clashing you, but that's because I didn't crit. Let's see here. I don't have needle and thread, so I can't realistically stagger you. I mean, maybe my skill 3 just staggers you. We'll try it. Oh wait, no, you don't have a stagger bar. We'd have to actually kill. Or maybe we tank? They aren't doing that much damage. Plus 12. Yeah, okay, we live that. And we can actually clash now that we crit. Okay. Do I believe in getting 2 heads in a row on 30 sanity? I kind of have to. Unless this is better. If I missed 1 heads, I would still outroll her if she gets tails. I guess that's probably better. And it happened, so... That's unfortunate. All tails on his attacks, though, is good, of course. I would love if I could keep Investigator Badge as, like, a in case I mess up sort of thing. So the longer I keep that alive, the better. Oh yeah, phase 1 of the Zhao fight is awful because of that mass attack. I know exactly what you're dealing with right now. Oh, did I kill them too fast? How much bleed do I have? No, okay, we managed it. Yeah, and the final check on the trials here. 6 coin power, only 1 base power today. And then, you know, the other 2 coin power from adversity. Not the worst trials ever. Okay, wait. You are likely hitting 1 heads coin, and your coins will be like plus 14. So I am not likely winning this clash. Wait, you have 2 paralyze. So I have like a 40% chance to win this clash. Okay, go for it. No, okay, we did it. I think that was a bit better than a real... I think my math was a bit off there. Some, like, turn start gifts don't get accounted for.
피를 머금을 시간이야.
1/4 bleed. Okay, now... How is that hopeless? What? Why are you so strong this turn? Did I not crit last turn? No, that's not possible. I don't know why I'm completely hopeless against her now. She's still paralyzed. What changed? I don't know, but I think it's Unbrilliant time. She self-buffs, but like, is it really that big of a difference? It's interesting that it shows it like flipping as a normal coin before changing to Unbreakable. Yeah, all heads. Casual 16,000 damage. That Blood Fiend came into the field and just immediately took 8,000 damage from Scarlet Moths. Love that ego gift. That should be enough to kill you, and then... There's no way I mean, okay, there's a chance I clash this. I get the Sun Shower 2 attack power, if that's something I wasn't accounting for before. Let's see. I double tails rolled on 80, okay. It doesn't kill me though. 8 health. Oh my gosh, we barely kept Badge up there. I had 8 health and 7 bleed, but I'm pretty sure the healing from my skill would have still stopped me from dying. Even if I had the 1 more bleed.
걷잡을 수 없을 만큼 붉은 가시가 만발할 거야.
Let's keep as many skill 3s up as I can for damage. Because I don't think I'm clashing the enemy Pekatula. I guess we aren't killing her this turn, but next turn. You know it's tense when I'm playing the gimmick. Yeah. Okay, I'm like 84% sure that killing her immediately ends it and I don't have to kill her minions. So we're just going to do that. Where did she get more blood bags from? She just spawns them every turn when she doesn't have them, if she isn't staggered, or something like that. Okay. How much attack weight does Unbrilliant get? Can it just kill all of them? It's this thing. Attack weight plus 4 and it naturally has 3, so it could just hit all of them. Yeah, we're going to do that approach. You guys are the most likely to live. You in particular. I guess I should do this. This. 1, 2, 3. Nothing clashing. I slotted Unbrilliant first. That should go first. Yes.
이 검은, 이 명예는, 이 영광은 이빨이지.
25,000 divided by 7, and then I knew these guys would live, so I hit them more. Okay. We divide by 6, I guess. Hello, priest.
얼마만이니?
Dulcinea has lost half her health to Scarlet Moths. That's. I wonder. Yeah, she normally doesn't do Parade of Wonders turn 1, right? She normally does. Like, this move. So I wonder if I could have made her finale turn 1 if I had a bit more damage there. Probably could have. Okay, I don't like that I'm all neutral against these guys. They can definitely do enough damage to kill me if I don't win any clash. What color do I need to resist the most? Honestly, I think the resistances I have are as good as they're going to get. It's like Lust is doing damage, Pride is doing damage, Gloom. So it's like Lust, Pride, Gloom. I can't really get better against all of those at once. This would be awful. So yeah, I'm not going to change resistances. I think I just... Oh, you know what? I just kill Barber. That's the play.
명령대로.
Yeah, if it hits someone else other than Dulcinea, like if it targeted Barber there, I think Dulcinea might have been using the finale. Because it's when anyone gets low health that she does it.
처리했습니다.
고귀하게
마땅한
He said the thing. He said it twice. Alright, and now, what if we just killed Dulcinea? Like, why would I deal with the finale when I could just kill you?
명령대로.
Barber gets ripped apart by a bug, yeah. Do I have enough damage to actually kill you without full skill 3s? It's going to be close, but I don't think so. Because I lost the Rupture stack. And this isn't going to hit her. On the reuse, yeah. But she's staggered, so might as well have killed her.
붉은 가시가 만발할 거야.
명령대로.
This is definitely one of my... I have mixed feelings about this fight. It was like so awful for up Taiwan, and I hated the priest because of how many text errors he had. But I've like grown attached to this fight, and I do think it's a relatively well designed fight. I think overall I like it. Yeah, priest, you don't have much time left. You will get repeatedly skill 2'd.
명령대로. 감내해야 할.
You have a huge Dulcinea bias. So I still think my favorite video I will ever make is my like 2 minutes 34 seconds of increasingly absurd description errors in Limbus Company, and that, you know, was capstoned by the priest. It's like impossible for me to not like this fight after making that video.
명령대로.
You know, I'm not even sure if we found Greycoat this run, so it's a good thing I have healing.
처리했습니다.
It might just be that it didn't matter as much, so I didn't really pay attention to finding Greycoat. But I definitely don't remember buying it. I'm going to check now because I'm curious. Did I even get Gregor? I did, okay. Now this guy... If my skill 2 was an unbreakable coin, I would feel a lot better about this fight. Because I could just, like, lose every clash and just heal to full health after each one. I guess I need to resist green. Yeah, let's not be green fatal. Ledger Domain, your time has come. Yeah, I think just full inside is going to be the play here. And I can't attack, wait, manip. I guess I have to hit the head. Yeah, let's attack the head. I want to hit both parts with Ledger Domain, so... There we go. Butterfly Gregor's corrosion skill because of how different it is. It is kind of unique, yeah. I wanted to try out Christmas Nightmare today, so I took it off. I got a bit of use out of the ego. We almost staggered the head. Actually, with Tremor Burst, maybe we do. Who am I kidding? It has like 7,000 health away.
이봐, 버틸 자신 있어?
If he rolls tails, then clashing wouldn't have even reduced the damage at all. So there's kind of no point to even clash this guy's skills that are unbreakable. I don't know what has clash priority between the head and the body, so I'll just only clash with them Brilliant. Make sure it goes first.
이 검은, 이 명예는, 이 영광은 이빨이지.
Oh, if only that did 11 more damage. We will cut down this rose. I'm getting so many tails rolls. I guess I don't have full sanity, but that was still surprising.
이봐, 버틸 자신 있어?
Very glad to have faith, because I would just be sanity spiraling without it. Yeah, this is what happens in the garden at night. This is what happens to every vegetable when there's bugs around. And you only have one part attacking. How sad. One singular coin and you're paralyzed. What a final boss here. You know, I was thinking I might replay Canto 1 sometime soon. Like, reread the dialogue, see if there's anything that stands out with new context. We know more about Gregor now, after all. Oh yeah, you have like a second phase. I actually entirely forgot. I was expecting to sit here and just keep repeating that turn like 5 more times. Red is the most damaging color this turn. Back to Unbrilliant. I'll actually clash these green skills first. And then, yeah. I mean, we'll see what order the clashes happen. We can actually learn. Does the body or the head get clash priority? The body does. Okay. What is Gregor's original ego line? Isn't it just suddenly my arm had changed? That's like... I'm pretty sure that's where that line comes from. Suddenly one day my arm had changed. However many of those words are actually said. And yeah, ego lines only change Canto. That's what you were going for. I'm pretty sure Yisong's changed, didn't it? So Canto 4 onwards? The Bramble Ball that does 0 damage? That was a very problematic move for base IDs. Or no, base IDs won first try. For up Taiwan. So it can do damage in the right circumstances. We learned the body clashes first. I don't have Mana in Scabbard though, so I'm not going to use Unbrilliant. I'll just use this. Try to clash everything. Except the head. Who cares about the head? Yisong's is still the same. Yeah, back to green. Everyone says like, oh, Olympus Company is just the color matching game. No, it's not. Until you are matching Sin resistances, then it's back to the color matching game. Enemy use green, you use green. Enemy use red, you use yellow for some reason. We actually lost a clash. When are we going to get weak resist outside of Yusong's base? You go, the Rat Pekatula have it. Can I do 23,000 damage? Not with these amounts of skill 2s. I think we're one-siding today. Actually, wait, I can stagger the body. Okay, yeah, we're definitely one-siding. You can really see how little the resonance damage bonus is. I think 906 went up to 910. And okay. Damage, let's end it with an Unbrilliant, shall we? It's just offense level. For the longest time, I thought that Resonance also had a direct damage increase. Also, we didn't finish him with Unbrilliant. Too many Tails rolls. But I guess if it is only offense level, then yeah, it's like offense level is already so weird in MDE.
관리자님 덕분에 승리를 거둘 수 있었습니다.
There's the G Corp Gregor solo. You know, if you look at just this section of the screenshot right here, you could almost believe it's Season 1. All of these IDs existed in Season 1. But then nothing else here did. I guess Base Road, yeah, and R. Heathcliff. Actually, even his Vice and Clear. Okay, this is actually more Season 1 than I thought. We're like half there. And what if Olympus Company never released identities? The level 78 in question. You just got a lot of level up events in Mirror Dungeon. Yeah, support passives were a lot better in the past. Now they're like, if you get 5 Wrath Resonance, then your slowest identity will deal 5% more Wrath damage against Gloom weak enemies that are using burn skills. Plus 2 Starlight, huge rewards right there. Well, alright. I mean, okay. I said it earlier, you know if you're in the Discord, next week is Base Faust. Next week is Base Faust Ego List, to be more specific. And so, if you want to see that, consider joining the Discord for notifications. Also, I'm thinking about maybe doing a bonus stream on Tuesday. It would be late on Tuesday. Like 4 hours later than I normally stream. I'm not sure if I'll do it, but it's an option. And yeah, Terraria, I'll probably message you. I'll message the Discord, see if there's like... I'd like to have at least 5 people there when we first start, probably. 4 or 5. And so if enough of you are available tomorrow, we can start that tomorrow. Thanks everyone for showing up. G Corp Gregor. He made decent time. We're less than 3 hours, so I'll take it. Have a nice rest of your day or evening or night, and I'll see you later.